Hello students. Today we shall learn tenses of the verbs in English grammar. We know that in a sentence, we say something about some person, thing, or place. We call it the subject of the sentence. Sentence is a group of words that makes complete sense. Subject is the first part of the sentence. The other part is called predicate. We say something about subject. What we say is called predicate. In predicate, there are some words, verbs and other words. Verb is the word that shows the action that the subject does. The form of the verb also shows the action at what time it was happening. At the time passing now at the moment, we call present time and grammar present tense. If the action is happening in the present running time. If the action was happening or completed in the time that is already past, we call that time and form of the verb past tense. And if the action of the verb is yet to happen in the time to come, we say that the verb is in future tense. Now, there are several forms of the tenses. Present tense, past tense, and future tense. If the action is happening at present time, we call the verb form present continuous tense. If the action is happening at a particular time, now, time of speaking, the form of the verb is said to be present continuous tense of the verb. If the action is taking place at a particular point of time, particular time in the past, we say that it is in past continuous tense. Similarly, if the action will be happening in the time to come, we say that the tense of the verb is future continuous tense. Now, continuous tense means the action is going on, continuous. When that action has started, not definite. When it will be completed, not definite. But in present, at the time of speaking, if the action is continuous, yes, it is said to be in present continuous tense. Similarly, the action that is taking place in future times, continuous action, when has it started, when it has completed, not definite. But only for the continuous action that is taking place in the time that has passed is called past continuous tense form of the verb. Similarly, in future, if the action will be taking place, happening at some particular point of time in future, when it will start, not definite. When it will end, not definite. But action expressed to be continuous is said to be in future continuous tense. Now, how do we make the structure of these tenses? For present continuous tense, after subject we use the helping verb. Present form of the verb to be. Present form of the verb of to be is, am and are. Then we use ing form of the main verb. This ing form of the main verb expresses continuation of that action denoted by the verb. Then other words, for example, present continuous tense. Example, look, it is raining heavily outside. Look, it is raining heavily outside. Means action of raining is continuous now at the moment. When has it started? It is not clear. When it will end, it is also not clear. But action is continuous at the time of speaking. This is completely clear. Thus we use to express continuous actions using ing form of the verb. Rain, raining. Look, it is raining. It is raining heavily outside now at the moment. Second example, please don't disturb me. I am reading now. I am reading now. Am is used for first person singular I always, nothing else. I am reading. To read, ing form reading. I am reading now at the moment. Please don't disturb me. Are is used with we, you and they. We are learning English grammar. You are writing English sentences. They are playing Kho-Kho. Subject plus am is are plus ing form of the verb plus other words makes the construction of present continuous tense of the verb. Now Second type, past continuous tense of the verb. The only change is, instead of is, am and are, we use past form of these verbs. Past form of am and is was, and are is converted into were. Subject plus was or were plus ing form of the verb plus other words makes the structure of past continuous tense of the verb. For example, Dudley was swimming with his sisters. We use was with I, he, she and it. I is the first person used for speaker, singular I. We is the first person pronoun used for speaker, plural, we. Listener is said to be in second person, you. And the person other than speaker and listener is said to be third person, male, he, female, she, neuter gender, things and animals, it, and for plural, they. We use was with I and he, she, it, that is first person singular and third person singular. Elsewhere we use were, W-E-R-E, were or were. Example, Dudley was swimming with his sisters. Dudley, third person singular. All the names in the sentences, singular names are always in third person singular. Plural names are always in third person plural. I was riding a horse yesterday. We were visiting the zoo last week. We were visiting. Continuous action. The birds were flying. The birds were flying in the sky. So, was and were is followed by ing form of the verb. And then other words, this makes the structure of past continuous tense of the verb. Now we come to future tense. B3, future continuous tense. If we want to express the action that will be taking place, that will be going on, that will be happening in some particular time in future, we use future continuous tense. Now, as there is no future form of the verbs, we use the helping shall and will, then to be of to be, and then ing form of the main verb. To be is the verb that has the greatest number of forms. To be has present tense form is am and are. To be has past tense form of was and were. To be has no future tense form. To be has ing form, being. To be has past participle, means action completed in the past, been. Thus, to be has the largest number of forms. To express future tense, we use shall and will. Shall for the first person, I and we. And for second and third person, we use will. For example, Simon and Dudley will be swimming together in future. Another example, when you will come to my house tomorrow, some particular point of time in future. When you will come to my house tomorrow, I will be drawing a picture. At that particular time, the action that is continuous to express I will be drawing. I will be drawing. Subject plus shall or will be drawing. I shall be drawing or I will be drawing. In Old English, they were using shall. I shall be drawing in first person. But now, everywhere, it has become customary to use will only. But even though sometimes to express definite condition, we use will in the first person, and to express suggestion or order or compulsion, we use shall in the second and third person. But generally we use will everywhere to express future condition. I shall be drawing a picture. The action of drawing continues in some future point of time. Thus, we have learned continuous tenses, present continuous, past continuous and future continuous. Now, suppose we want to make some negative form, we place not after is, am, are, was, were, shall or will. It will become negative form of the sentence. I am not teaching geography. I am teaching English. Thus, we use not before the main verb and after the helping verb to make negative. For past tense, Simon was not playing with Dudley. Simon was not playing with Dudley. For future tense, we shall not be waiting for you. if you will come late. If you will come late, we shall not be waiting for you. So we use not after the helping verb to make negative and. Pay attention. If we take helping verbs, am, is, are, was, were, shall and will, in the beginning of the sentence, the structure becomes interrogative, used to ask questions. For example, are you learning English now? Or is she writing poem? So if we take these helping verbs in the beginning, the structure becomes interrogative. Here in past tense, was Simon playing with Dudley and his sisters? Like that. If we take shall and will in the beginning, the structure becomes of interrogative type, and at the end in interrogative we put question mark. Thus, now let us summarize. The continuous tense of the verb shows action continuous either in present time for present continuous tense, or in past time for past continuous tense, or in future time for future continuous tense. The structures are very simple. After subject we use to be form. Present form of to be is are in present tense, was never in past tense, and be in future tense. To express future tense we use shall and will before be. And to express continuation, continuity, continuous condition of the action taking place, we use ing form of the main verb. Ing form of the main verb is called present participle. For example, to ring the bell. Present participle ringing, R-I-N-G-I-N-G. In the word ring, ing occurs right in the spelling. But for participle we have to add suffix ing to show continuous situation. The peon was ringing the bell. Present tense is used, present continuous tense is used for an action that is happening now at the time of speaking. For past continuous, it is used for an action that was happening at a particular time in the past. For future continuous tense, we use, it is used for an action that will be happening, at a particular time in future. So dear students, try to practice and use suitable form of the tense, because many students make mistakes in using various forms of the tenses. So please listen well, practice well, and try to make language habits to speak correctly and properly. Thank you.